everybody, and welcome back to A Beer A Day with TK. It's a rainy Tuesday evening here in Findlay, Ohio, but it's been a few days, so I figured I'd make it out to the beer shed. I jumped over the mini moat, the flooded area of my yard, and got here in one piece. You would think, because it's been raining for a couple straight days, that would mean end of the Lawnmower Olympics, but you're wrong. You're wrong. Even though our yards are flooded, even though it's a marshy wasteland out here, these dudes decided to double down and get out there on the mowers. Good for them. Good for them. You're the champions of this neighborhood. All right. The beer that I have today is one called Bubble Stash IPA, and this is from Hop Valley Brewing Company, and they are out of Eugene or Springfield, Oregon. Looks like they have two places there. This is a brewery I've never heard of. I went by a local shop, Kibbee's. They have mixed six packs, and that's one of the beers I picked up. It was pretty, exciting because it's a brewery I'd never heard of whatsoever. So I figured I would give it a shot. I went to the website to look into the brewery a little, and it's like a number of others. There's a nice little site where you can pick up merchandise, tells you about their hours of operation, beers, all that kind of stuff. I did go through the beers, and it looked like they're very heavy into IPAs. So of the regular offerings, it looked like there were 7 IPAs, a hazy blonde, a light lager, and a regular blonde. They had seasonals as well, but even with the seasonals, it tended to be kind of an IPA dominant kind of brewery. And there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of people dig IPAs. I'm usually not one of them, but I understand a lot of people like them, so it's what people do. So we'll check this one out. What was kind of interesting, it says on the side here, there's some information on the beer. So we have the the alcohol percentage, ABV, we have the IBUs, but also it says this is brewed with cryo hops. And it basically says that it's a registered trademark of the Yakima Chief Hops Company, I guess. So I guess these are some proprietary hops. If you look on the can itself, it says Bubble Stash IPA. It has cryo hops. It has that same kind of logo. So I guess it's obviously their brand symbol there. So that's kind of interesting. Today I'm going to go with the Great Black Swamp Brewing Company glass. Picked that up when I was up around Toledo area a couple weeks ago. All right, jump into this Bubble Stash IPA. 6.2% ABV, 45 IBUs. Scores pretty well. Untapped it at a 3.74. On Beer Advocate, a 3.9. It did have 115 reviews, so not the largest sample size, but it's not 4 or 5, so it's a pretty decent ratings. Let's give this one a shot. The aggregate score on Beer Advocate was an 87. Very good. So nice kind of straw yellow color there, I guess. Nice and clear. Fair amount of carbonation in there if you can pick it up. Head, probably got about a finger and a half of white head. Looks kind of nice. Looks quite frothy. You can see it breaking into little islands there, but it looks pretty good overall. Let's give it a whiff here. I think the first thing you pick up is kind of that piney, resinous, pine cone kind of smell. You do get a bit of sweetness as well. I'd probably say pineapple would be the closest thing that I could pick up. We get a little bit of sweetness and a little bit of that nice resin smell. I honestly tend to like the pineier beers. I'm not a huge IPA dude, but if I am going to have an IPA, I can get down with a nice piney resinous one. So let's see what this is. Cheers. Medium bodied, not too heavy. Taste is nice. Again, admittedly, I'm not the biggest fan of IPAs. This isn't over the top whatsoever. This really has a nice taste. One of the things that I dislike about IPAs is they tend to just beat you over the head with hops, and you can't pick up any other flavors in the beer. And for that reason, I say, not to say that it's lazy, but it's kind of easy to make an IPA and hide your mistakes if you hop it enough. When we did the beer with the brewers, they said the same thing. What I like about this is there is some depth to the flavor. So you do pick up a bit of malt. You do pick up some of the tropical fruits like, the pineapple, some melon sweetness. You get a bit of the piney resin, but none of them are kind of dominating. None of them are so over the top that it just distracts you from the rest of the drink. Yeah, this is a good IPA. Again, from not an IPA drinker, I kind of dig this. Now, if you're a huge hop head, this probably isn't going to be hoppy enough for you. But maybe one of the other offerings are, because they seem, like I said, have quite a few IPAs. Hop Valley Brewing, for the first beer that I had of yours, I quite like this. I would definitely give you guys a thumbs up. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, please hit subscribe. And as always, you got any comments or questions, jump in down below. If you've had Hop Valley already or any of their other beers, let me know what other ones I should be on the lookout for. Like I said, this is the first time I've seen it in this part of Ohio, and this is the first and only one of the beers I saw, the Bubble Stash. So I'd like to check out some of the others. Hey, until next time, cheers.